Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Crochet with Fun with Aliya, and in this tutorial we're going to be learning how to finger knit. So this is a really very easy and everyone can learn it who are not crocheters or who are not knitters or who are knitters, and everyone can learn it. Even a crocheter can learn. So this is the easiest thing that I learned. Before, when I wasn't a crocheter or a knitter, I learned the first thing that I learned was this. This was the first thing that I learned, and it was very easy to do. So this is basically the first step of starting to knit or something like that, but it's really very simple. So for this tutorial I'm going to be using my fingers, my 5 fingers, not 2 for the pom-pom and 5 for this finger knitting. And you need a yarn. Oops, sorry for that. And you need some yarn. Now this color was very bright on the camera, but in real it is not very bright. Okay, so for finger knitting, what you're going to do is you're going to leave about a little bit of tail end here. That is my way of doing. Then I like to make a slip knot. And now I really have a tutorial on that, so I won't be going into deep details. If you want to see that, please watch my earlier video, how to make a slip knot. That was my first video when I started making YouTube tutorials. Then I like to go from front to back. So front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back. That is what you're going to be following. Let me show you that again. So front, back, front, back, front, back, front and back. Okay, I'm really sorry guys, because I couldn't show you the brand of this thread, but as you know that I'm not sponsored, so I won't even show. So it's your opportunity to find the yarn and any type of yarn would work. Please mention that. Okay, so this finger is not of use, so keep it like that. This is just for keeping your things at work, things at place. Sorry for that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put the thread across your 4 fingers like this. See that? Now what I like to do is, this is the one that front back. Now I like to take this upwards. You see that? That was the front. The one which was here was a little bumpy or something, but that's okay because it's not going to create something very bad. Now take this wavy loops up and keep the newborn yarn up, on the place. So this is the step for doing that. You might see something like this, but that's okay, it's nothing bad. Now take this yarn up, this up, this up and this up. Now one more thing I want to say about the rotation is that this one, see, I put the thread, I put the yarn like this, you see, it comes from this direction. So I will have to do it from here, not from here. That is the wrong one. If you do it from here, you would get the yarn very tight. So you don't want to have your fingers cramped in something. So that is why I say you to do it from the opposite direction when you go here and there. So now it is coming from your pinky finger. See that? Put it right here like this, and then put the bottom over the top and continue that all across. Bottom over the top, and then bottom over the top, and then bottom over the top. Now after having a couple of rows something like this, remove this slip knot and pull that and keep it outside. Now continue this across if you want to make a scarf or something. I'll do a couple more rows and then I'll show you how to end it or something. Just up. Oops, I like to tidy that up. Yeah, up and up, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here. Now I would like to say that if you take two strings in this case means that if you take two yarns, like if I use purple as well as this color, or a pink or a blue color, what will happen is that it will become a slightly thicker. If you use three, it will become slightly, and it will become like this, like this, like this, if you use more than three. But my experience in this is like if you can only use more than you can only use less than 10 colors, or you can use 10 colors, but you can't use more than 10 colors. That would be a disaster, I guess, because yeah, this is your fingers. So I also saw some machine that make use of this, but the thing that you make is very tiny, very very tiny. So if you want to make a friendship bracelet, something like that, I suggest you to watch my loom bracelet with tutorial, because that is the perfect thing that you can make with your fingers. And now after having a couple of rows, it would be something like this, but nothing matters there. You're just going to pull that, and here you go, you get a nice little rope like this. So I'll do a couple more rows. I'll show you two more steps how to do that, and then you are done with it. So I hope that's clear on the camera, because I can't keep my hand all the time on the camera. Okay, this bottom or the top, bottom or the top. I'll just move that in place, because I know those who are not a crocheter would get confused. Bottom or the top, bottom or the top. Now again in this position, bottom to the top, bottom to the top, bottom to the top, and bottom to the top. I tried to make beading tutorials next week, but what the thing is that it takes a lot of time to create or to edit or something like that. So I just dropped my idea, and I will be making them on maybe July or June, inshallah. So that's a case. Okay. Now you're going to take this like this in this position and go like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is how I do. Now pull that. Now this is how it would create a little rope like that. You can make a very big finger knit so that it makes the scarf, and I'll do a couple more rows and I'll show you how to end that. So after doing a couple of rows, your work might look like this, like a very cute scarf or something. It's very thin, I know. You have to choose 2 colors or something. You can't make it only with 1 color. So you have to choose approximately 2 colors or something, or 3 colors or 4 colors, something like that. So please keep in mind. And if you're using a bulkier yarn, like for example the Lion brand or something, use only 1 color, because that person who is making Lion brand and all, it's very fat yarn. So but this one is something different. I don't know what's the name of this. Like it's acrylic, but I don't know what type of yarn it is, like 4-ply, ply, 2-ply, ply, or something like that. So that is also a matter. Okay, after doing this, what you're going to do is, okay, you're going to cut the thread. And now in this tutorial, I'm not going to cut the thread. Then put the thread into this finger. I guess I have to cut the thread. I'll just find my scissor and cut it. Okay, so we're going to be cutting the thread a little bit long, because you have to weave in the end. So this much is enough, I guess. Now put this into this first little finger from where the thread is coming. If your thread is yarn is coming from here, you're going to put that in from this side, and if it is coming from here, you're going to put it from this side. So take it like that, and take it like that, and this and that. Okay, now this is how the work should look like, and that's correct. Now take it gently from your fingers and then give it a tug, nice tug, so it gets a bit like this. Now one more thing, this is at the end, it would look like some bubble something type. I have a solution for that. I used to do that before. I learned this step in 2013. It's been 2 years from now. So I like to go into this loop right here. So for that I'm going to thread this with my needle so that you can see it more clearly. But before, I did not have a tapestry needle or my darling needle, so I use my fingers. But in this tutorial, for demonstrating the place where you have to put, I will use my needle. Okay, so I have finally got my tapestry needle. I was searching it for a very long time after I left. So going to thread the end, and you're going to go into this loop. It's right here, sorry. That is going to be this loop, and the small one right here. So go into that loop to just close it up. Okay, just a little bump right there, so I'm going to go a little back. Now as I got my tapestry needle, I like to do a little bit of, a little bit here and there formation or something. I don't know what to say, but before I did not use this method. I just went into one loop itself, and then I went to like this, and then that is how I created that. So you can see that you can do it any way that you are perfect with. I did this way because simply. Okay, so I have done it for this one right here. It would look something like this, but that's okay. And yeah, for the other end also do the same thing. Yeah, do the same thing. It's very easy to do. First step is to thread your needle, and to hide this bump like we have created now, going to go into these 3 loops right here, and then up like that. Then I like to go in this direction, that is a whip stitch direction, up like this, and then now I like to make a little knot right there. Then it creates a O, something like figure like that. So this is how you make it. Now in this hole or something, you can just go in and out to make it more secure. And that's it. This was a tutorial. I hope you liked it. Please like, comment, share and subscribe if you really love my work. And thanks for watching. Bye guys.